젖은 미로 속에 우린 저벽 넘어서로 볼 수 없지만
Turn it up, turn it up. 네 마음을 들려줘요. It's running time, yeah. 내 손을 잡아요.
달려가는 달려가는 높이 저 멀리 달려가는 높이 저 멀리 돌아보지 않아 정말 원하고 있다면 날아가서 하늘 끝까지 날아가서 하늘 끝까지 이 날개를 펴고 alright
Yeah, running run till the end.
It was a very lovely day on the island of Sorrow. Spring has arrived, snow had melted away, well, almost, and engines are working really useful on the top of Hands Railroad. Well, Claw, it's very nice for you to help us around. And very nice to be all good pups as well. Exactly. Hey, did you hear about the news? What news? If you're talking about that new tram engine, then yes. Actually, it's a diesel rare car, but of course! Oh yeah, I heard of that. Thank Daisy, right? I heard she's very useful working on the diesel rail line for at least the past 25 years. You won't even get to know her about that pedal on wheels. Well, why do you say that, Claw? Believe me, Sweetie and the Princess met her before, and she's real lazy on pulling trains when it comes to being famous. Oh. You don't mean, yeah. Daisy doesn't like to pull trains, and she thinks it's bad for her swerves. Well, just because they're bad for her swerves doesn't mean she couldn't do it. That's right. Daisy is a train after all. If she's gonna have to be useful on the top of Hat's railroad, then she'll might as well do as she's told. If she does have wrong swerve, then she'll might need to go to the works to be mended. You mean be repaired? To be upgraded, Sky. Oh. Well, let's just hope this Daisy would be pretty useful. And hope that she's not selfish either. In the meantime, Wilson has done his shunting work and already delivered his train to his area where he's supposed to be. But now he's on his way to Nalford to meet the new engine, and he didn't want to be late. Ah, Wilson! I'm glad you showed up. I'm just introducing Thomas to this new diesel rail car. This here is Daisy. She'll be working on us for a couple of days till Toby is repaired. Please, sir, will Toby be back from crew anytime soon? Don't worry, Thomas. Toby will be good and new when you see him again. Well, that's kind of a relief. I'm just excited to meet this diesel rail car. Oh, you had to know a lot. She doesn't know the railroad line much, so I'm gonna need you two to show her around. Daisy, I want you to be on your best behavior. If you're gonna work on my railway, you're gonna have to be really used by helping others in need, not just delivering passengers to their destination, but also help the engines with their train duties. As you command me, sir. Thomas, Wilson, I'm counting on you two. Show Daisy around the island. And soon enough, the engine set off. At first, they thought of letting Daisy stay at the roundhouse station. But she doesn't seem to taking a liking to the engines who live there. I had to sleep with them? Yes, Daisy. They're maybe not diesel rail cars, but one of them sure is. Yeah. But those sheds look very old and looks like made out of popsicle sticks. And that one is barely look like the single shed that only he built for a medium-sized tank engine. And those diesels and steam engines look really filthy. Hey, don't say that. Hey, don't say stuff like that to our friends. And they all live here. I don't care. I don't want to sleep in this not old siding with all those other rejects. Take me somewhere comfortable. And so they did. Once again, they set off. And it wasn't long now till they, got to the side of the shed where the three coaches live. Now this is more like it. And what are these three coaches doing here? Annie and Clarabelle including Henrietta, are all in the same spot. Including Toad, which he's sitting on the siding. He's quite amazed to see Daisy, and very impressed to meet her. Why, hello! Oh, said Toad. I'm not interested in saying hello, she said smirkily. Well, you see, this is where all the steam and diesel engines shunt their own coaches and brake fans, and the day's work is done. The Annie and Clapper are my coaches, and Henrietta is Toby's. And we live here, and we definitely do not like them. Oh, please. You three live here. Including Toad, yes. And we all, of course, you're welcome to stay, but we don't want to, I do not like sleeping with old, rusty coaches. You all look out of date and out. Oh! That is definitely not. How would you like it when someone tells you that? Like saying you're built for scrap or old and wooden, or at least he's a high squeaky sprung wheels. Now, ladies, don't get so upset. And remember, she's new on this railway, and she's definitely not used to it. Well, we won't stay here to be insulted, they said. There are Annie, Clara, and Henrietta are very much hurt. Thomas and Wilson didn't have any other choice. They took the 3 female coaches away, spending half the night smoothing their hurtful feelings. Well, that wasn't very nice of you to say, Daisy. You could at least said something very polite. Not my fault that they're complaining, she said. But she was wrong. It was her fault. I heard that! The next morning, the 2 engines were exhausted. Thomas and Wilson are still tired from their night spending at the coaches. His hurtful feelings. Thomas can barely keep his eyes open, and Wilson is already fast asleep before sunrise. Daisy, however, smirked. Looks like it's my first day on the job, she said, as she dieseled away. In the during meantime, she arrived by the roundhouse station, picking up passengers and ready to go. Ryder and Claw are already on the platform waiting for them, including Ernie. Well, Mavis and Ben are already in the signing and preparing to leave while Daisy showed up. Hello, everybody! Look at me! I'm the famous Carriage Diesel. You won't need Thomas's bumpy coaches, Annie and Clarabelle. I'm way attracting. Oh, Claw! Is that you? Yeah, the one and only. I heard you're a member of the Paw Patrol now. Not the same snooty mutt who thinks he can tame a dragon by you giving marshmallows. Claw just smirked and simply ignored her. It's very nice to meet you, Daisy. My name is Ryder. And I'm Ernie. I welcome you to the railway. And I'm ready for your first job. As the 3 talked to each other, Bill, however, shunted her very first not-so-filthy train right behind her. What is this? She said, and furiously. Well, this train your first train. And this train needs to go to Adventure Bay, and that is where you're heading. You can't be serious. Me pull this? I do not pull filthy trucks. Daisy, it's just 3 freight cars, Ernie said sternly. Yeah, he's right, he shouted out Ben. It's only 3 freight cars and a plus a spikeful brake van. Just a watering tank, a cargo car with a Volkswagen, which doesn't fit, a blue van with a few fruits and veggies need to go to the market, and wait, I already got that in. Well, that's exactly what my brother is saying, Daisy. And you shouldn't make a big deal of it while pulling a train. Think you speak for yourself. I make big deals out of everything. Daisy fumed angrily. His driver tried to start her, but his engine roared furiously. Come on now, Daisy! Just pull the train! We'll just meet you there at Adventure Bay. It's not that hard. But however, she shot back. Then she stuttered. Oh, well that's just perfect. Just like the armament train that you're supposed to pull. Oh, well, I was still the bad guy, weren't you? Still the same as I remembered. Claw snapped. He was annoyed. Everyone argued with him, even the engines, but it was no use. It's Fitter's orders, said Daisy. Fitter's orders? Shouted Mavis and Ben. What orders is that? She said to Daisy. Well, Bill said it. Well, my Fetter AMV too. Daisy, don't never ever pull. It's bad for your swerves, and pulling will damage your engine. And that is that. Ryder and Claw didn't exactly believe her. Frankly, you're just only saying that just because to make an excuse. I am not making any excuses. How could you Sertominant ever buy such a lazy engine? Lazy? I am a diesel rail car. I don't pull trains, and I don't need passenger carriages to pull. Don't be so sure of yourself, Daisy. One of these days you will have a passenger train to pull on your own. And you need to pull this train. It's just a short journey to a place where we are. And where we live. I refuse to pull it. How could you say that? I can't believe Sertominant ever spent all his money such a worthless feeble like you! You good-for-nothing green caterpillar on wheels! Oh! What? You? That's enough! Shouted out Ernie. She's late already. If she doesn't want to pull, then she can leave the train here and I'll find another engine that might lead to Adventure Bay to pull the train for her, alright? But no need to worry. The delay may be a delay, but the passengers are late enough already. Just let her do what she wants. Frankly, they didn't have any other choice. Unfortunately, they uncoupled Daisy, and Daisy purred away. Claw and Chase were very most annoyed and very most disappointed. They never met... Ryder never met such a nauseated engine that she ever seen, and knew that Claw was right. Claw, however, was frustrated with her. Especially Bill, Ben, and Mavis. They never knew that Daisy could be rude, and they even thought that Daisy is the most stubbornest and diesel rail car they ever met. However, when Coco arrived to take the train, it was already late for it to go. Sorry, this has to be part of your mail deliveries, Miss Coco. It's alright. I was gonna make my quick journey in Adventure Bay anyway. Of course. At least there'll be enough time for me to check the sights to see around Oh no, and all the nice people around down there. Don't even get me started. Well, you better get going now. Sure thing, Mavis. And keep your steam up. Toot toot! But I can't make steam. And I wish Daisy could take the train over to Adventure Bay instead of you. And I'm definitely going to have some stern words to the Fat Controller about this. Meanwhile, Bill and Ben are complaining to Ari and Bert. And they're telling them how stubborn Daisy really was. Hey, look at me! I'm Daisy! I'm so beautiful, but I can't pull a stupid little mother train! Well, I never knew that Daisy could be this lazy. Huh. I only assumed that she's determined. Now she's determined, alright. Determined to get her out from doing other work instead of passenger work. I wonder if she treats other coaches like that. Oh yeah, Thomas and Wilson are very exhausted this morning. And they're so tired they can't even concentrate on pulling their work. You don't know the half of it! As the 4 twin engines talk, nightfall came. Bill and Ben couldn't sleep. They were still fuming with Daisy, and they even heard about all her other mishaps. Can't you believe that silly witch? Actually, more like a bully to me, but witch fits that perfectly. She even called Emily an old-fashioned engine, and Edward an old iron slow turtle, and she still won't even pull his passengers. She even refused to shunt freight cars in the sighting for Percy. You know what, bro? What? We need to teach that diesel rail car a lesson. And they already thought about it. They thought about it all night, but they didn't know how. The next day, Sir Topham Hatt gave them all jobs to do. Sir Topham Hatt told they got on a very important special. Coco will have to help Spencer take the Duke and Duchess guests to their summer cottage. And Ari and Bert will have to go to the ironworks to shun freight cars for the engines, while they take on the iron duties. Daisy, however, had to pick up important passengers at the, underground station. But, sadly, she doesn't want to pull trains. However, Sir Topham had turned to the 2 twin tank engines. Till Ben, some important race cars at the bottom of the railway had arrived on Sodor, and they need to be delivered to Nowford Station. They just arrived on docks, so I need you to pick them up. Oh, yes, sir, they said. We'll be happy to. The 2 naughty twins have a very wonderful idea. Their chance to pay Daisy back has come. Before Daisy can be able to go drove down to the underground station, Belle and Ben were already waiting for her in the siding. Hello there, you two. I see that you're now out in the waiting for some work. Unless you want me to see me go, if that's the case. Oh, that's alright, Mavis. I mean, Daisy. We were going to ask you to take an order. What kind of order? So Tompkins had asked us to tell you that you had to take a few important, special, famous passengers at Brendam Docks. Oh! What? There's a few special passengers there? Yes. And they need to be picked up by a special diesel rail car. Just as much as they need to be picked up. And I'm sure they'll enjoy meeting the people in the underground station if you take them there. I do need to make a pit stop, and I always wonder what Brendam Docks looks like. Alright, so I'll do it. And it's because I've never been there before. Unlucky for me, I know the way. So you don't have to tell me the way, you two. In that case, good luck. Right, thank you. Daisy puffed excitedly away to pick up her own passengers, as Bill and Ben deviously looked eye to eye to each other, knowing their plan had worked. Daisy puffed slowly round the bend down at Gordon's Hill, straight to Brendam Docks. She can hardly wait to know what is in the store for her. When she came straight to Brendam Docks, she saw Thompson and Wood. They weren't happy to see her, but Daisy didn't mind. Hello there. I'm here for the special, and I'm here to pull it. And I was wondering if you all know where it is. What special? A group of important passengers at the Highway Bridge station, and I'm supposed to take it. Right, and then after I take a few passengers from the underground station at the pit stop. If you're looking for some people to carry inside you without having any coaches being pulled behind you, forget it. That's right, because these are the important and specials we're taking. What? What special? He means these race cars, genius! Daisy gasped and saw the cars on the flatbed. Turns out the special are the Hot Wheels cars. There's one Volkswagen, one yellow race looking, one cool looking deodor car, and one looks almost more like a race car. Daisy was in shock. She's speechless. Where are the passengers? Meh. I believe you're gonna have to carry them along the way, he said sternly. What? But that's not possible. Bill and Ben told me they are passengers to pull. They told me that our cars need to be taken to a car museum or a car store. Where are we taking them again, Atwood? Both. Oh. Well, that works too. I cannot believe it. I never pull trains. Never say never, her lady. You might as well face the facts. Because you're pulling this train. Bill and Ben might be the ones who are supposed to take it. But since you're here, I'm afraid you're the only one who's going to take it. Daisy seems like she doesn't have any other choice, that there isn't any other engine around while she looked. Well, now, at least for once, you could start being useful by not trying to rat yourself out of this. Come on, Thomas. Let's get this train going. Alright then, Atwood. Hold on tight, everybody. Why, those two son of a twits. They tricked me. In the meantime, Frankie finished loading new cars on the flatbed. Daisy, however, is sulking in the siding. She didn't want to pull the train, but she knew she didn't have any other choice. She already done her run, well, half of it, but soon need to make a return journey with them. Alright, Daisy. You're coupled up and you're ready to go, right? Yes, but I'm not going to enjoy it. She's definitely not. Since the cars were already come up behind him. A racing truck, a Barbie car, a Barbie kitchen van, and I'm a RV. Okay, let me start again. A racing truck, a Barbie RV, a racing car, and a cartoon boat from the old Mickey Mouse show? Don't ask. I don't even want to know. Well, better get to the highway bridge station. Some of you people are excited to ride you since they heard you're pulling their train. Like I have a choice. In the meantime, Daisy made it to the highway bridge station. The cars were impressed. They never seen in a station like this before. There's a road right on top of it. Wow. You know, there's some train tracks right on top of roads and stations as well. But never thought I would see one in person. Daisy was uncomfortable. She hoped the journey will end quicker. It's all bad from my swerves, she said, as she continued on her trip. In the meantime, she puffed straight around across the island. The cars were enjoying the ride. They're even enjoying Daisy's company. But by the time Daisy reached Gordon's Hill, she started to slow down. Oh dear! Oh dear! Come on! Come on! She panted. She pulled them right up halfway, almost to the top. Then suddenly she stopped. Move! Move! Why these flatbeds aren't moving? The flatbeds move alright, but not in the direction where she's going. Oh! She wailed as her train rolled straight back down to Gordon's Hill. Grind it to a halt. Oh my! She said shockingly. Oh, I am stuck! Oh, great. Looks like we're gonna need a banker. Wonder how we're gonna get up there. I shouldn't be pulling you. I'm a diesel rail car. I'm not supposed to pull trains. The passengers were anxious and much worried. And the cars were also worried as well. But they're the most worriedest. Meantime, Bill and Ben were enjoying themselves and already resting in their siding till Ernie showed up. Bill, Ben, I might need your help. With what, sir? Paperwork? No, I might need you to help an engine to go up Gordon's Hill. Oh, they said, looking at each other very mysteriously. Ernie was puzzled. Hey, why are you two looking at each other like that? Oh, Ernie, you remember the vet controller gave us a job, right? Oh yeah, the special job. Wait a minute. Aren't you two supposed to pull it? No, Daisy had. And she seemed to prove herself really useless. Is on pulling a heavy train up Gordon's Hill more useless than being lazy. You took advice, didn't you? You tricked Daisy. Well, she got what's coming for her. She's the one who's being rude to everyone on the railway. That's right. And she was being lazy. And didn't you see how exhausted both Wilson and Thomas were, smoothing both Annie, Clarabelle, and Henrietta's feelings on the railway? Ernie was cross. I am definitely disappointed in you two. This is all your fault. Our fault? It's her fault. She shouldn't be here. She's lazy and she doesn't want to pull any trains, and she even talked rudely to all the other steam engines, especially when they needed help. But should you help her even though she was rude? It's not like we wanted to. And I don't want to anyway. Not after how rudely she's speaking to us as well. The other day, actually. And the day she was supposed to take a small train to Adventure Bay. But she refused it. And Coco will have to take that train for her since it's already late. Bill, Ben, I know rude and shrewd and bad people and engines definitely do not deserve to be rescued, but they do. The Paw Patrol helped their enemies all the time. They were rude to them, but they saved them from harm's way anyway. Ryder helped Mayor Humdinger. He and his pups even saved the cheetah from sinking in a quicksand and running out of control straight to a cliff. And also, they even helped Harold out. I don't know where and why and how, but I think it's affected a few times. Either the disco robot or maybe on out a flying spaceship hat. Oh, now it's shaped like a hat actually. And also, they even saved Claw from falling down a cliff. They even helped the Ruff pack get out of the jam, even though they got themselves in it. Like taking a flying jet machine, saving from a giant donut. Also, they even helped Sweetie. And they even helped Sir Alfred before crashing his jet back in Bumlingburg years ago. How'd you know that? Mavis told us. Who heard it from Paxton, who've been told from Sweetie. Well, as I said, they're maybe cruel and selfish to them, but they didn't earn their hatred. Of course, the pups are mad at them for the crime they caused, of course, but that doesn't mean they don't deserve to be helped. If we let them get hurt or worse, we'll be just as bad as they are. And you should do the same thing to Daisy. Then why not call the Paw Patrol to help them out? They're busy. And besides, that's your train. And you should be the one to take it. Both of you. Sir Topham Hatt will hear about Daisy's rude behavior. But I'm pretty sure he doesn't want to hear about you two. Not only he tricking her to do her work, to your work actually, but also refusing to pull her up Gordon's hilt. And he don't want the Bat Controller to be cross with the both of you. Now won't we? Bill and Ben silently look at each other. And they know the Fat Controller will be very furious if they find out that they're being naughty again. They didn't want to do it, but they knew they had to. Every engine is a useful engine, no matter how rude they can be. Daisy was still fuming at the bottom of the hill. Oh, and it's already been an hour. Till Bill and Ben finally showed up. They didn't want to do it, but they have to. But that doesn't mean they can't make fun of her. Well, Miss Perfect. I see that you're not able to pull this train on your own. Wasn't he, Ben? Certainly not. Perhaps we should give her a wheel after all, even though she won't admit that she needs help. But certainly, I guess we should have thought that her strength wouldn't be enough to go over Gordon's Hill with a few heavy hot cars. Oh. No need to worry, Daisy. We'll be heading to your destination in no time. Daisy, just fuming. The passengers and the Hot Wheels cars are glad to see the twins, and gladly they pulled them all along up the hill. The three engines struggled, made it straight to the top, and back down again. to their destination on time. Sir Topperhead, Ryder, and the pups were already there, including Thompson Edward, who just delivered their cars. Circline is there too, waiting for Daisy's passengers. Here at last, said Ben. See, we're right on time, shouted out Bill. Ha! Well then, yeah, I see you decide to pull trades after all, said Sir Topham Hatt. Daisy just stayed silent, embarrassing. Well, it's about time they got here, said Ryder. Huh, and I thought that Daisy doesn't like to pull trains, Circline said. Oh, well, I guess you must be learning your lesson already, haven't you, Daisy? Claw said. If you ask me, I say he's trying to be a goods engine, chuckled Tracker. Thomas and Edward whispered to each other. What do you think of Daisy now? Said Thomas. Huh. Too much puff and not enough steam, said Edward, laughing. And she is not even a steam engine. The cars laughed at agreement. Everyone praised Bill, Ben, and Daisy for their hard work. As Sir Topham had turned to Daisy. My engines work hard. I do not attempt laziness. I send good for nothing useless slackers away if they're being rude and shrewd to my engines. I'm the one who gave you the order to take those trucks away. Not Mavis or Ernie. And you should have done that work the other day. All engines do as they're told on my railway, even if they are bad for your swerves or not. And of course, you shouldn't make up excuses like that. However, the cars did tell me you gave them a very splendid ride to Nelford, and you did help them get to their destination. And I hope you will understand that. Yes, sir. Sorry, sir, Daisy said silently. And as for you two, Sir Toad said sternly to Bill and Ben, I know that you two are upset with Daisy for causing so much trouble, especially for your friends. But this is not the only way to do so. If there's a problem, come to me. Don't take my advantage and start paying others back. I hope this is the last time you ever done it. But since you who helped her pull up Old Gordon's Hill and managed to get her train on time, then I will not punish you. Oh, thank you, sir. Hallelujah. But promise me this will never happen again. Right, sir. It won't. Yes, sir. Sorry, sir. Thank you, sir. In the meantime, at the roundhouse station, Bill and Ben brought Daisy to her own shed. And as Daisy starts up, Paxton and Maze were very impressed by her work. And the other engines as well, as Circline Bill and Ben explained the whole thing. Wilson, however, was still cross with Daisy, but glad that she managed to do the job well. Even Brewster was impressed. Daisy spoke. I'm very sorry I'm rude to all of you engines. You're all very useful. I am a really lazy diesel rail car. But I always feel so important. I thought I don't need to pull trains. But I was wrong. What I needed are friends. Like you two, Bill and Ben. And thank you! I'm glad we put aside our differences. I hope Will might help him out one day too, won't we, Harry? I'll keep that in mind. As everyone laughed and went to sleep. But meantime, back at Tepmet, Thomas explained a few friends Well, you can stop talking now, thank you. Sorry. So, you were still cross with Daisy till Bill and Ben came in with her. Well, yeah, I was. But it seemed that she learned her lesson. It's night for engines to learn to get used to others around here after they get me. Only some might be acting to me to new rioters as well. Well, at least we all know that settles. And all know or hope that Daisy will learn not to be so lazy. I'm sure that she'll come around soon, James. This railway is already getting bigger and bigger. The three engines went gently to sleep. Thomas said silently, "I'll come to Sawyer, Daisy," he said. "Hope you won't be rude to my coaches next time." And so that is it. That is all the video that I said, and also I'm glad you enjoyed it. And it's a very life and valued lesson. Don't be rude to others in need. Yeah, I can't seem to put the words right. And of course, I did have it catch a cold last month, and also the Pokemon Bank is now closed. And I'm glad that all that is settled, because the new Pokemon Legends ZA is now coming and in stores next year. And a shame that Pokemon Black Gold and Pokemon White Silver are not gonna come out. But I think we'll find out in further time. I think they're gonna making plans about making a fusion thing. Well, I think it'll exist somewhere in the future. I don't know. Maybe it might be in Generation 10 or 11. I don't really know. Oh, right. Not talking about Pokemon right now. I'm talking about the next episode of Thomas and Friends. And, forget it. I'm too tired out to talk about anything. I just want to say I'm glad you enjoyed it. Till then, and next time, before this starts cutting me off again like the last month's episode, Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. And goodbye, and see you later. JC number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 out! Just in time.
Well, did you ever dream about the Stanley Cup and you scored the winning goal? You got 100 hugs from all those lugs while your parents cheered at home. You can do it.
I knew you could do it.
Sure you can do it. And you can too. But did you ever wish you were like the skating girl who won the Olympic gold? You got to twist and twirl in front of all the world, and they never let you go, 'cause you can do it.
Put your muscles to it.
Sure you can do it. And you can too. Well, did you ever dream about scoring the goal for the national team with 1 second to go? You can do it. Sure you can do it. Yeah, you can do it. And you can too.
Thank you very much for watching one of my Bachmann, Thompson Friends videos. And this is Maya, and she's my dog.
Exactly. It stands for Bureau
Look
of
at
Animal
the
Defense,
camera.
Lurchburg,
Look at the camera.
Upper Section.
That's a surprise. You got it all wrong. Turns out the bad guys have been good all along. Ha ha ha!
Okay,
I
that's
wanted to
long
share that
enough.
with you for the